Welcome to Polish Projects. My name is Franklin, and today we are unboxing the Kärcher WRE 1855. It is a weed remover. I have a lot of weed in the garden, and I was trying to do it all by hand, but that was a lot to do. So I looked online, and I finally decided to buy the Kärcher. I have different products from them, like vacuum cleaners and high pressure washers, so I decided to go with another Kärcher. So as we're unboxing, they're all small little boxes, and the materials to put it together. So as you can see in my hand, I'm holding the bottom part, and this is the top part. You gotta put it together with a metal piece that connects the two parts. Got some booklets, but I'm doing this without the book, just winging it always. So, and that's the easiest way to go about it. So that's the metal part. So we attach the middle part to the middle part, otherwise it doesn't connect, and the cord goes right in the middle actually, so that pulls tight and it makes sure that it's all together in one piece. We got the battery pack in here. The battery doesn't last all that long. That's a little downside. It lasts about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how much you use it. Then we got the plastic bristles to remove the weed. You click them together and you bend it in. And we got a lid, and you turn it counterclockwise. That's what I've learned. Then it fits tight. Got a little protection shield for your feet and dirt that comes up. And then we got another handlebar, and that goes, where does it go? It goes on the front, exactly. And that's for you to hold on to while you are using the machine. So you can adjust it, and this is a part of my yard, and as you can see, the weeds have gone very high also towards the entrance of the house, so I'm happy to get them all removed. And doing this all by hand is quite a lot of work. So let's take a look how this machine actually works and how it gets the job done. As you see, and I recommend after using this, is that you do little parts and pieces. So you do a little part, and then you just brush it off, and then you can remove the smaller stains or smaller weeds in between that you might have missed due to bigger parts that are there. Also, what I recommend, what I learned actually after using it, is first try to brush the area, the surface that you want to work on. Because if you don't do that, you'll be stuck with a lot of sand, dirt, stones, other stuff, and that could potentially make the brushes go quicker, and it's just overall better just to have it a little bit cleaned already, and then it smooths up the process. And as you can see, this little part, what would be several square meters, goes by very fast. I think the total part was maybe 20 minutes to do. So it is very easy to do, and like you see over here is that I first brush it and then just touch it up a little bit more with it. Over here too, this is a little bigger part that I have to do. The edges are always a little harder because they're a little harder on the brush due to the stones. And you gotta try to find also the right angle for the parts that you are doing, because if you get the angle right, you get really into it, and you can really get the weeds out easier than if you're just scraping around it and then you're just damaging it on the top, and then the weeds actually stay more in between the stones than that they really get out of the stones. And as you can see, the garden was a good mess. We were on holidays and we just bought this house, so there were a lot of projects, and the garden was not on the top priority at the moment, but eventually I had to get it done. This whole video I did about in 2 weeks, also due to the time. So if you use it, you can use like I said, for 35 to 45 minutes, and then it takes like 3 to 4 hours before the battery is fully charged again. So yeah, an extra battery is something that I would recommend investing in if you really want to hurry it up and try to get it in a day or so. So if you have 2 batteries full, the first one's empty, charge it, work on the second one, and then you can use the second one also already. But I do really like the machine. It was about 100 euros, and it was a very good investment. As you can see, a lot of roots and a lot of weeds everywhere. So removing them all by hand would have just taken me weeks before we would finally see some result. And by the time we're done with the first part, the last part, the first part is up again. So yeah, as you can see, it's also very good for small parts going under, like the slide we have in the yard. Also for around fences and stuff, you can easily manage every area that you need to cover. The only thing I do also recommend is that you wear maybe some boots. I wore my slippers, as you can see on these, and my legs were completely brown afterwards because all the sand does move up, and some stones and dirt in some areas. So you do have, if you do have boots, recommend wearing boots. It was a sunny day, so I could easily rinse my legs off and then continue. So over here too, I try to do bits and parts at the same time, so you do get, if the battery is empty, that you know that okay, this part is completely done, and then I can take it on to the next part again. It's good to have also a little bucket for your for the weed once it's caught, and you can get it all in the bucket and into the garbage bin whenever you're ready. And it is actually very satisfying work. Also, it does take some energy on your back, because I am quite tall. I'm like 185, and I am standing with my back, you can see, a little crooked, so I'm not standing up straight to get everything done. So you do feel it in your back if you did like a half an hour, 45 minutes of this work. It is pretty intense for your muscles and for your posture. So make sure to do some stretching before or afterwards, whenever you are ready. So as you can see, the yard is getting better and better at it. So I did the other part, I did already a week or a week and a half before, and so I had to do it a little bit again because it came out due to a lot of rain, so the weeds were growing fast again. And then as you see, it gets the job done very easily, and I'm very happy and very satisfied with it. And it does take a lot of time out of doing it by hand, and it's definitely worth the investment for me. Also, the bigger parts, as you maybe saw in the previous clip, are some bigger parts that I would not recommend doing with a machine, because you would just break them. I would try to do the bigger parts, try to pull them out by hand, or use a knife or something to get in between the tiles and get it out, because you'll just, like I said earlier, just cut off the the green only, and then leave the root of the weed in the ground. Also watch out for swimming pools and watch out for other stuff, because it's very easy to get a little bit caught up and miss where you're going and cut a hole in your swimming pool. So you don't want to do that either. But as you can see, the whole yard is starting to look very nice again, and I'm going to do the front yard soon too. Yeah, that has some work to do on it, and put everything back together, and everybody can enjoy the yard again, and it's nice and clean, and it feels actually very satisfying to do this. So here's the end results. I hope you liked the video, subscribe, and see you next time.